Alright, Eagles fans, buckle up. Can you believe the roller coaster we just witnessed at Lincoln Financial Field? The Philadelphia Eagles clawed their way to a 31-25 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But let's be real, it wasn't pretty. The offense? Well, it's got fans scratching their heads, and Jalen Hurts himself summed it up in one word: execution. So, what's going on with our birds? Let's dive into the highs, the lows, and everything in between, because this team story is as gritty and passionate as the city of Philadelphia itself. Picture this: the first half was electric. The Eagles' offense was soaring like a bald eagle over the Delaware River, racking up 201 yards and 24 points. Jalen Hurts was slinging the ball, Saquon Barkley was weaving through defenders, and the crowd was belting out, "Fly Eagles fly," like it was Super Bowl 52 all over again. But then, disaster struck. Right tackle Lane Johnson, the anchor of the offensive line, got knocked out of the game. Suddenly, the offense hit a wall harder than a SEPTA bus in rush hour. The second half. 4 drives with negative yards. Total offense for the game? A measly 200 yards. Hurts didn't complete a single pass after halftime, and A.J. Brown, our star wideout, managed just 2 catches for 7 yards on 9 targets. Saquon Barkley, who's supposed to be our game changer, averaged a paltry 2.3 yards per carry. Ouch. This isn't the high-flying Eagles offense we know and love. So, what's the deal? Let's break it down. First, the loss of Lane Johnson was a gut punch. For those new to the game, the offensive line, those big guys up front, protect the quarterback, that's Hurts, the guy throwing the ball, and open holes for the running back, that's Barkley. Without Johnson, one of the NFL's best right tackles, the line crumbled, and Tampa Bay's defensive line, those guys trying to tackle Hurts, had a field day. It's like trying to cook a cheesesteak without the roll. It just doesn't work. Then there's the play calling. Head coach Nick Sirianni and offensive coordinator Kellen Moore seemed to lose their mojo in the second half. Where were the creative screen passes to Devonta Smith? Why didn't we see more quick slants to A.J. Brown to get him involved? It felt like the playbook got stuck in neutral. And let's talk about Hurts. The man's a dual-threat quarterback, meaning he can throw and run, but his second-half performance was quieter than a Philly street during a snowstorm. 0 completions. That's not just execution, that's a systemic issue. Saquon Barkley's struggles are another red flag. The former Penn State star is a human highlight reel, but 2.3 yards per carry won't cut it. Tampa Bay stacked the box, football lingo for crowding the line to stop the run, forcing Hurts to throw into tight coverage. Without Johnson, the line couldn't create running lanes, leaving Barkley bottled up. It's frustrating, but it's fixable. The question is, how fast can they fix it? The Eagles have a storied history, from the days of Reggie White sacking quarterbacks in the 80s to Brian Dawkins bringing the heat in the 2000s, to that glorious 2017 Super Bowl run when Nick Foles, yes, backup Nick, outdueled Tom Brady. That 41-33 win over the Patriots cemented Philly's place in NFL lore, and the Philly special trick play is still the stuff of legend. Fast forward to 2025, and the Eagles are 4-0, sitting pretty atop the NFC East. But this offensive struggle isn't new. Last season, they started strong but sputtered late, finishing 11-6 and losing in the wild card round. In 2022, they went 14-3 and made the Super Bowl, only to fall to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Sound familiar? Mahomes just led Kansas City past Baltimore, proving doubters wrong, while our birds are still searching for consistency. Statistically, the Eagles' offense is underperforming compared to their 2022 peak. That year, Hurts threw for 3,701 yards and 22 touchdowns, with a 66.5% completion rate. This season, through 4 games, he's on pace for fewer yards and a lower completion percentage. A.J. Brown's 2022 stat line: 88 catches, 1,496 yards, 11 touchdowns, is a far cry from his 7 yards against Tampa. The running game. In 2022, Philly averaged 147.6 rushing yards per game. This year, they're hovering around 120. The numbers don't lie. Something's off. Let's zoom out for a second. The Eagles aren't just a team, they're a way of life in Philly. From the Lynx' raucous tailgates to the Eagles' chants echoing through South Philly, this fanbase lives and breathes green. The Fly Eagles Fly fight song, born in the 1950s, is more than an anthem, it's a battle cry. And don't get me started on the rivalries. The Dallas Cowboys? They're the eternal enemy, with games that feel like a street fight on Broad Street. The New York Giants? We still haven't forgiven them for 2006 when they swept us. And the Commanders? Well, they're just pesky neighbors who keep trying to crash the party. This NFC East gauntlet is brutal, and a 4-0 start is huge, but the Eagles can't afford to coast. Imagine we're at a sports bar on Passyunk Avenue, overhearing some takes. Longtime Eagles radio analyst Mike Quick, a former Pro Bowl wideout, might say, "Look, Jalen's right, it's execution. But it's also about trust. The line's gotta trust the play calls, and the receivers gotta trust Jalen's gonna find him. Lose Lane Johnson, and that trust takes a hit. They'll figure it out, but it's gotta happen fast." A passionate fan, let's call her Tina from Fishtown, chimes in, "I'm not worried yet. Jalen's got that dog in him, and Saquon's too good to stay quiet. But if Sirianni doesn't open up the playbook, I'm gonna lose it. We need some of that 2017 magic." And what about a fictional NFL analyst, Sarah Thompson from ESPN? She might weigh in, "The Eagles are still a top-tier team, but this offense is playing like it's stuck in 2020. Kellen Moore needs to lean into Hurts' legs, more read options, more designed runs. If they don't fix this before facing Dallas in Week 10, it's gonna be a long day." Jalen Hurts, the heart and soul of this team, kept it real post-game. "It's just about execution," he said, cool as a cucumber. When pressed about the second-half collapse, he doubled down, "Execution. No excuses, no finger-pointing. That's why Philly loves him." Hurts, who grew up in Houston and starred at Alabama and Oklahoma, has been a leader since he stepped into Donovan McNabb's shoes in 2020. At 27, he's already got a Super Bowl appearance and a $255 million contract, but he's not resting on his laurels. His optimism, "We're in a good place now," shows he's focused on the long game. But fans are restless. As Tina from Fishtown might say, "Execution's great, Jalen, but we need results." The Eagles aren't just a football team, they're a cultural force. Jason Kelce, the retired center-turned-podcast king, is still Philly's unofficial mayor, hyping up the team on his New Heights show with brother Travis. A.J. Brown's sideline intensity? It's meme gold on X, with fans comparing him to a Marvel superhero ready to snap. And let's not forget the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia gang. Rumor has it, Charlie Kelly was at the link, screaming, "Go Birds," during the game. In 2025, with Philly hosting major events like the FIFA World Cup in 2026, the city's sports scene is buzzing, and the Eagles are at the heart of it. Here's the good news. At 4-0, the Eagles have a cushion. The NFC East is theirs to lose, but the Cowboys and Giants are lurking, and the Commanders just upset the Cardinals. If the offense doesn't gel, that lead could slip faster than a greased pole at a Philly tailgate. The next 4 games, against the Browns, Bengals, Jaguars, and Steelers, are winnable, but only if the line stays healthy and Moore dials up better plays. Long-term, this team's Super Bowl hopes hinge on Hurts elevating his passing game and Barkley rediscovering his 2018 rookie form. If they can't execute, there's that word again, they might sneak into the playoffs but won't survive the gauntlet of teams like the 49ers or Lions. Draft-wise, the Eagles don't need much. Howie Roseman, the GM wizard, will likely target depth at offensive line and cornerback in 2026. But the immediate focus is fixing this offense. If Johnson's injury lingers, expect Fred Johnson or rookie Trevor Keegan to step up, though neither matches Lane's all-pro caliber. Did you know "Fly Eagles Fly" was originally called "Sweet Sweet Connie" before lyrics were changed in 1958? The Eagles-Cowboys rivalry dates back to 1960, with Philly holding a 73-54 edge. Brian Dawkins, aka Weapon X, once hit Sean Taylor so hard in 2004, it's still a YouTube classic. The 2017 Super Bowl win was Philly's first, sparking citywide riots, celebrations, that shut down Broad Street. Eagles fans, this is our time. Yeah, the offense looked shaky, but we're 4-0, and the link is still the toughest place to play in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is our guy, Saquon's got breakout potential, and A.J. Brown's ready to explode. So grab your green gear, crank up "Fly Eagles Fly," and get ready for the Browns next week. Let's pack the link, make some noise, and show the league why Philly's the city of champions. Keep the faith, Eagles Nation. Our boys are gonna soar. Fly, Eagles, fly.